Hey, what's up guys? It's Marv and welcome back to another Asphalt video, and today I got some very interesting news about a new trademark filing from Gameloft under the Asphalt franchise. Now before I get into all my thoughts surrounding that, I just want to let you guys know that yes, I do know that I missed a week of uploads, which I haven't done in a very long time, and I just wanted to take a break from making videos and also playing Asphalt 9. It was just nice to have a sort of reset mentally and just a nice time to take a step back and mentally reset from Asphalt 9 and just making videos, which I think I definitely needed a small break like that. But I'm ready to hopefully get back into the swing of things, and starting with a pretty big piece of information. And thank you guys who sent me this tweet and also send me the information about this, because otherwise I don't think I would have known. But as you can see on screen, Gameloft has filed a new trademark under the name of Asphalt Legends Unite, and this was actually quite recent, taking place on the 9th of January this year, so only about 10 or so days ago, which is quite interesting to see. And I'm glad that Gameloft is obviously looking to expand the franchise, or at least interested in copywriting or trademarking some areas of the franchise so other people don't use their name. It means that they're at least invested into the future of the Asphalt franchise. But the main conclusion you might draw from this is, oh my god, Asphalt Legends Unite is the next Asphalt game. But I would precaution you from that thinking, because firstly, there is no number. And in my opinion, if we were going to see the next big entry into the franchise, it would be titled Asphalt 10 or something like that. And I also don't think it would be under the name of Asphalt Legends, because that is sort of the subtitle for Asphalt 9. Asphalt 9 isn't Asphalt Legends, it is Asphalt 9 Legends. So if it's under the title of Legends, I think it makes sense that this is more of a spin-off or something related to Asphalt 9 rather than the new big entry into the franchise. Now don't get me wrong, it's still a possibility. If you know anything about the history of Asphalt 9, before the game even came out, it was originally going to be titled Asphalt 9 Shockwave, but then it changed to Asphalt 9 Legends. So names are not set in stone. Things can definitely change, but I just want to let you guys know that I don't think this is going to be the next main entry into the franchise. As I've said a lot of times before, gaming has been moving towards a state of games that are just progressively updated rather than new entries into a game coming out every year or two. And obviously that's taken place with Asphalt, with the gap between Asphalt 8 and Asphalt 9 being 5 years. And we've already hit the 5-year mark with Asphalt 9, and we don't have an Asphalt 10. So with all of that said, that just means that I think this is going to be a spin-off or something related to Asphalt 9 Legends, or not necessarily a mainline entry into the franchise. Maybe this is a web browser thing, maybe this is an arcade thing. I mean, Asphalt 9 Legends is an arcade game, maybe they're making a different version of it. Or with the Unite thing, it sounds like maybe this could be even more of a social type aspect, so maybe this is a companion to Asphalt 9 Legends where you use the clubs or you use some social aspect of the game, but it's a separate application or a separate piece of software that you use. It's just connected to the social network of Asphalt 9. Now, one of the other angles I want to look at this is just regards to companies filing trademarks for the purposes of filing trademarks. And this happens all of the time in the corporate world. I remember tons of talks about different Apple products because people saw that they were registering a bunch of trademarks, and none of those products ever came to fruition. It was just Apple trying to protect their brand so that nobody else could make an iApple or an iBanana or an i whatever. It was just so that Apple could own that name so that nobody else could own that name. Now, this is obviously a very specific name. It doesn't make sense for Gameloft to specifically only trademark this name for the purposes of protecting it, but it's just to show you guys that this doesn't necessarily mean that anything tangible is coming in the near future with this name specifically. And as I mentioned earlier, names are always up in the air, so this could totally change it. It might not even be anywhere close to what I'm thinking of what it's going to turn out to be. Nonetheless, it does give us a good opportunity to talk about the future of the franchise in regards to new games, because besides Asphalt 9, we really haven't seen anything. The only thing we got was Asphalt Nitro 2, and that never saw a full proper release as far as I'm aware. I guess you could technically count the Netflix launch of their exclusive Asphalt Extreme version, but that game already existed, so I don't think it would be considered a wholly new game. So new games are something that I would love to see in the Asphalt franchise. The problem is that in the eyes of Gameloft, spin-offs aren't necessarily successful. Asphalt Overdrive wasn't very successful. Asphalt Extreme needed Netflix to pick up the slack in terms of, I guess, the financials. And obviously Asphalt Street Storm went nowhere except right into the ground. So Gameloft is probably not fond of doing full spin-off games in the Asphalt franchise. So that's why I'm saying this could maybe be a companion app or just something related to Asphalt 9 while not necessarily being a full game on its own. And that would also mean it would take way less development resources. You wouldn't have to build tools into their proprietary engine. You wouldn't have to do a lot of 3D art. Again, that's not saying that they're not ambitious as to what they want to do with this name. I'm just saying that it doesn't make sense for them to create a whole new game if they don't think it's going to be successful. Now, with that being said, I hope it's a new game. I really miss the days of looking forward to a new Asphalt game almost every single year. That time of my life was just so fun. And it just felt like the gaming industry was changing every year, and it just meant that just generally every year you had something different to play. It wasn't the same thing over and over again, and you guys know my thoughts on Asphalt 9. It's not feeling the most fresh as of late. So a new game would be awesome, but based off the title, it doesn't sound like it's going to be a new game. It could be a rebranding of Asphalt Nitro 2. That wouldn't be totally out of the cards because Gameloft has just gone completely silent around that. But now that they've already called it Asphalt Nitro 2, I don't know if it makes sense to re-release it under a different name, but who knows? This is quite an odd trademark filing. It doesn't really give us any clues as to what it is, besides it's obviously not Asphalt 10. But I'm very curious to hear your guys' thoughts on this trademark filing. What in the world do you think Gameloft is doing? Do you think this is a new game, or maybe just a new spin-off of something, maybe a website? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys later.